Thank you. PeopleCode. It's a proprietary scripting language developed by Oracle Peoplesoft, and it's closely integrated with all of the objects in application design. Then coming to the language. Data types are there in the language, comments and statements, functions, expressions, operators. Like that, number of terminologies are there in this PeopleCode language. All these terminologies we will see in our other programming languages also. Data types. How many data types it will support? Any, number, string, boolean, date, datetime, time, object-oriented. Oops, concept. That means if you're writing the code particularly applicable for a page or for a component, then this particular scenario is also being written with the code by using the data types. Comments. Yes, you are writing the PeopleCode. You have to place some comments to understand for what purpose you are writing the code. Otherwise, already the code is written by some other person. Because of the code, you are facing so many issues. You want to comment the code. This is the examples for this commenting code. REM. REM will comment the code for a single line, and /* and / at the beginning and at the ending of the commenting will comment the multiple lines of the code. Even for your write-ups also you will use these comments. Statements. Separators will be there, assignment statements will be there, language constructs and functions. Every successful PeopleCode statement must and should be terminated by using a semicolon. No need to worry about the spaces, line breaks. They can be ignored or removed by the PeopleCode editing. Declarations. Yes, number of declarations are needed. Variable declarations. Number will be there, record will be there, strings will be there. But different types of declarations. Global, local and common. Local declaration means whatever the PeopleCode you are using in that particular event. If you are declaring it's a local variable, then it will be having life up to that particular event. If you are declaring it's a component, then it will be having life for this entire component run. Global means for the entire PeopleSoft. We will see in our practices different types of declarations. Variables and assignment statements. Yes, assignment statement is having the equalation symbol, comparison. And variable names are preceded by an ampersand character. Here you can see, irrespective of the declaration, every declaration is holding ampersand here. Either it may be string, record, or number. Any type of variable declaration, we are using ampersand as the prefix for that. System variables will be there. Date time, percentage date time, percentage GBN. Already we use one system variable that is percentage date. Some of the system variables are also there. We will use in our programs. Language constructs. Language constructs. Branching structures will be there. If and evaluate. Loops and decision logic will be there for and repeating. Coming to the if statement, very simple statement. Just for an example, if country equal to USA, currency equal to dollars. else currency equal to this. That means very simple statement. If condition, then executable statement, else executable statement. That means to identify the difference between the two conditions, we will use if. Evaluate. We are evaluating a term if you are having multiple conditions. Evaluate left term. When is one was and end of question. In the next slide you will see one example. Evaluate. They are evaluating ampersand use underscore frequency. There is a variable. Some value will be there in the variable. Ampersand use underscore frequency. They are evaluating. That means they are checking the values. When the value is never, they are taking production use frequency to 0. And they are giving a break. Why? Because if the condition is satisfied here, they are coming out of the loop. If you are not using breaks, it may go to infinite looping. Because of that reason, we have to use the break. When sometimes they are making the production use frequency equal to 1. In simple terminology, evaluate country, evaluate ampersand country. When USA, currency equal to dollars, break. When Australia, currency equal to Australian dollars, break. When India, currency equal to rupees, break, like that.
And here, Venkat, my question is prod underscore use underscore frequency. It also should be a variable, right? Why it's not starting with ampersand?
Come again. Just for an example. Just for an example.
But it should start with ampersand, right?
Yes, absolutely right. Otherwise, you have to use the direct reference record.rename.value. Why? Because you are assigning a value to the record field. Just for your understanding, they are giving like that. A very good observation. This is the evaluation. For loop. In general, if you are interacting with other than level 0, that means level 1, level 2, level 3, there is a possibility of multiple rows in each of the level. There you will use the for loop to understand how many rows are there in the particular level, and for each and every row in the level you are applying some property. There you will use this formula. We will see now practice. Repeat. It's a very simple statement. Repeat statement list. That means repeat executable statement until the logical expression is true. Just for an example, we given repeat x equal to y equal to y plus 1 until y greater than 10. Just for the opposite to repeat while the logical expression is true, execute the statement given in the bottom. And while. Functions. Number of different types of functions are available. Built-in functions supplied along with Peoplesoft. Some predefined functions are there in Peoplesoft. We can call those built-in functions. Internal PeopleCode functions. We can call them by using the keyword function. External PeopleCode functions. PeopleCode functions defined outside the calling program in the record definitions. External non-PeopleCode functions. Functions stored in the external libraries. The first two, built-in and internal, we will use in a very regular manner. External and external non-code, very occasionally we will use. We will see in our practice. As of now, we discussed about PeopleCode language, what are all the data types, functions, statements, operators. Everything is fine. Where you will write the code? Where you will write the code? It's very important. As of now, we designed so many pages, we designed so many components, records, fields. Where we will write the code? The code place we can call it as an event. Every PeopleCode program is associated with an object and with an event. When an event fires on an object, object is nothing but your record, maybe an object, your page is an object, your component is an object. When an event fires on an object, it triggers any PeopleCode program associated with that object and the event. Each class of objects in application designer can have an event set. That means the record can have some different event sets, page can have different event sets, like an object can have 0 to 1. What type of definitions can hold the PeopleCode? Except field, any other. Field is the individual object. There is no logic defined in the field. Field is just a column in the database. All other objects, records, pages, components, menus, messages, all these type of objects can hold the events.
What is that messages, Venkat? I mean, we are going to discuss later because I know every component except that messages here.
Message is nothing but application messaging, application package we can call in our real-time application package. I will show you in advanced PeopleCode sections.
Okay.
PeopleCode events. PeopleCode events. You can see these are the PeopleCode events. You will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 objects are available. Record field, page, component, component record field, and then number of objects, number of events are there. All these are the events, these are the objects. All these are the events. First of all, where is this record field event? Where we can see all these